All right, Narathians. Got Bobbhaus back with his little friend group here. We have, as usual, whoops, I'm trying to figure out what hotbar set I need. Need number 3 for the group. There we go. All right, so let's do our invites here, and then we'll make it easier. Do one thing at a time. So we have Dellylah. She's level 124 now. And we have Elennora. She is also level 124. And Milldryd is still rocking 125. So she's doing pretty good. We're here in Laurion Inn. We're over, you can see the map here. We're at the far northeast. This is where the Djinn and the Afridi spawn. This zone does a swap every so often, and it goes from, like, I think every set of mobs will change, but I know here we have the fire, and then it changes to air, and the fire will spawn the Afridi, which can drop the Noble Expedition Haversack. Super rare, I'm sure, as all of the containers are. And it can do the Sagacious Moon Sliver, which I think we got one of those from one of the other named. So those are a Wisdom 118 Wiz mod, or AUG, that is going to go to Dellylah. And then when the Djinn is up, it'll do a Rapidus Sun Shaving or the Sagacious Moon Sliver. Now we want, when the Djinn is up, we want to get the Sun Shaving, because that's 118 dex. We want to give that to Milldryd. She has 4 of those already. And Dellylah has 6 of hers. So we seem to be getting the fire more often. So I don't know. I was hoping that this would kind of be like Dawnshroud Peaks, where if if you don't kill the main character or mob, they don't switch, so you get the rock hoppers or those I don't know what they were called, but everybody wanted the rock hoppers, so nobody killed the ancient elder rock hopper. I might have said that before in a different video when we were over at the other camp. But here we are. Here it's pretty cool. This camp here is still semi-contested because of the 118 AUG. So let's see, we're all grouped up. We've got our mercenaries out. So let's hit that guy with our, whoop. We got just a touch lag, which we shouldn't. Nope, that seems to be a little loud. So let's turn that off and see if we can start that over again. Alright, so let's get after this. We'll try to get aggro here on Milldryd. This guy is not happy that we used Harmony of Nature, or it's Harmony, but what is it? Harmonious Arrow, and Bob's not even attacking. So this guy here shouldn't be that irritated with him. So there we go. We'll put a couple spells on him, do a couple life tap rounds, and we'll see if we can move him back to where we want to be. We like to be down the hill just a little bit, so let's see if we can move him over here. Come here, dude. There we are. Now let's get Zolchek to guard that location. And here we go. Now let's get Bob attacking and doing his biz. Let me check out the, for some reason, the volume seems to be a little loud coming out of Dellylah here. Let's see, music. I do love the combat music though. But we're going to turn that down to 15. I don't want it to be too loud. I don't want to yell over the music, but I do like it. Alright, so let's go. Let's get back here. We'll do our round 2 of the girls here. They have a lot better spells. So they're doing a little bit more damage, but still, I mean, they don't even like crack. If I have the log parser going, they don't even crack like 2% or so. Milldryd's barely getting 15%, and Bob is doing the rest. So, I mean, I got to figure out how to get Milldryd doing way more damage than she does. I would like to be able to just turn auto attack on for Bob and have him just do his ranger arrow stuff, but move, you know, like work Milldryd more. Because I think if I work her more, the way I pay attention to how I do Bob, there we go. We're gonna follow and then guard that last spot. That's where we want her to guard. Zolchek to guard. I think I could do way more damage coming out of Milldryd. If I could get her to do 25% damage, man, I'd be super happy about that. As I know she's not going to do as much, and Bob is raid geared, and Milldryd has some group stuff. She doesn't even have really great AUG, so there's really not a lot she can do to, you know, to keep up to with what he's doing. So, all right, let's get them going again. There are 3 locations over here that have this. This is the guy here, this Mephit Fire Lord, or it's an Air Mephit Lord. Those are the placeholders for our named. So I just like to work this area here, and just over the hill there's a roamer that moves around. That's the placeholder, and then if you go further over to the river, which is a little bit northwest from here, there's another area where the named will spawn, but that is right in the middle of all kind of stuff going on over there. So that's not really cool. We did that. One of them spawned over there. Like, I don't know what it's called, but when it changes over, a lot of times you'll get a name to spawn when it changes, and it happened to spawn over there. So I had to eat, I ate about 3 deaths and 1 complete wipe. Because I tried to run it back to here, and it brought too many with it, and by the time it got here, it had killed both of the the healer mercs, and then, I mean, at that point, it's like, what's the point of even trying to mez anything? So we just kind of fought it out a little bit, just to see what we could do, and how long we could last without a healer. Not long. That, you know, when you have 3 attacking you, it was definitely a quick fight, but we eventually worked our way over there, and we were able to kill the named over there and kind of work through, you know, doing the multiple pills, which really isn't bad. I don't mind having 2, which I'm gonna do here in a second. I used to try to split them, but I just don't even do it anymore because it's fun to mez, and, you know, we have to be able to do that kind of stuff. So the more often we do it, the better we're going to get at it. So here we go with the 2. This will be the time we get killed. So we hit with a Tash real quick, and a single mez, and Milldryd is still at 100%. And there we go. That second one is sound asleep, doing its thing. She has a new spell called Flummox. Yeah, Flummox. So it really works. So I'm happy about that. Mez is up to, here we see in group, Mez is up to level 128, and these guys are 123. And the named, I think the named is level 129, and they're not ridiculously OP. They just have tons of hit points. So the fight takes about, for these, the fight takes about 3 minutes, as I can hit the Horatia swarm, and that lasts a little over a minute, and I have to cast that 3 times during the fight when we're doing the named. Milldryd has only died once, only for a second, but then she was she went purple and went down, and then I guess she got healed real quick, and she came back to life. So she's never technically died, because she's always been alive for the kill. But this is, this isn't my favorite spot. I still like the Fire Pass Fall. That one, I don't know, something about that. I really like that camp right there. But this is fun. It's a lot different, and I really didn't think that I was going to be able to do this here. I just figured that since it was such a newer expansion, it was just really going to be out of our reach. But I think with the gear, and maybe I'm becoming a better player on these 4 characters. So we'll see. But so far, so good. Hopefully, we'll get an Afridi to spawn. You can see in the background, there's 2 right by the tree, and the Lord just showed up. They look exactly the same as the placeholder Lord as all the other ones, so you can't tell them apart from a distance. But when the Djinn and the Afridi show up, you definitely can tell the difference. So. And their aggro radius isn't huge, so that helps out. But I don't want to, but I like I said before, I don't mind getting to. Gives me a chance to play, and that was part of the reason why I started making all these characters, is so that I could do all these other things that a group can do. I was disappointed that these Mephits are not headshotable, even though they are kind of humanoid. They do have wings and fly, but they do look like people. So that was quite disappointing. I thought for sure I'd be able to headshot these guys. It just makes everything go by so much faster. It's just not even funny how fast it goes. So these guys are on, let's see, Sun Shard, a 9-minute respawn. Wasn't sure if it was 9 or 12, so that's not too bad. You can kill around a little bit, and if for whatever reason I use a little bit more mana than I normally do or want to, you get a little bit of a chance to sit down and met up. And I did forget to hit the button, so I don't know how far into it we are. So we got some behind us and here in front, but I don't really fuss around with those. I used to kill those guys all the time back there when I first came to this camp and try to keep it clear, but they don't bother us. They're far enough away, we don't really do anything. So I just work on this. We kill the 2 right by the tree, and that, the one is the placeholder. We kill the guys up on the hill, and then I'll kill a few just on the far side of the hill, which is another placeholder. So it's not too bad. Just kind of rock those 2 placeholder locations and hope for the best. I've been here before where I had 4 named spawn in just a few hours of gameplay, and I got 3 different augs. So I got 2 of the sliver and 1 of the shaving, so that was really cool. So we'll just keep on doing that, and we get some of the like the group. It's like these. Let's see. We get like these polishing cloths and stuff. They're kind of the way that the raid drops were So it seems like that might be some pretty decent gear. Just got to figure out how to make it. Okay, so now these guys are way too close. We don't need to fuss around with them. So, oh, cool. And our fire elemental is back. There we go. And that's one round. And the cool thing is for Dellylah and Elennora, that's 1% EXP. A little over 1. It's like every 5. I think, what are they getting here? Oh, well, it's dropped down now that they've leveled up. 0.188. They were getting like 2.5 when we first got here, so that was pretty nice. But still, 0.188 is great. I haven't used a Lesson of the Devoted in a while. Just seems like every time I do, something comes up and I have to put a pin in it and go do something else. So it makes it hard. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't love the 2% or the 2 times EXP? So, but I don't think I didn't do round 2. We got to do that. We got to get those girls doing as much damage as they can do, which, you know, I mean, honestly, isn't a ton. Mind Vortex, 500,000, 493,000. So I mean, that's not bad. We'll take that. Let's do our Night's Dark Terror. Must select. Come on. There we are. All right. Thought we turned that off. All right, let's pull this sucker. It's good that they're only 9 minutes. I got to figure out what that is. She doesn't kneel a lot when she gets hit, so there must be a spell that hits her and makes her drop down. Let's see if we can do this spinny spell. Dizzying Spindle. Resisted. Let's try it one more time. Let's hit him with Tash. And now let's see. It's supposed to make him stun and spin. I guess it didn't work. Oh well. We'll cast it every now and again anyway, just to have something to do. Let's see, we'll move our angle here. We got a lot of names in the way. I do like having the names on, but we'll see. It's nice to see the mob have a lot of different dots and spells on it, you know. So here we go. A wave of change sweeps through the area. You sense uncertainty flicker around you for just a moment. So that means soon. Ooh. Soon. Everyone. Okay, looks like a lot quicker. They're gone because there was a guy right up here. So we are in the midst of a change. Cool. So we're going to get the air, and that's what we want. We want to be able to get all of the air. So that way the Djinn, D-J-I-N-N, I still don't really know how to say that, but Djinn or Din. Anyway, that's the one we want because that has the sun shaving. And actually that can drop either one, which is really cool. But we do want a bag too, so I wonder how long we'll have to be here. There we go. Just Pick this guy. There's really no difference aside from him being blue, and he doesn't have those horn things on the top of his head. Other than that, they're exactly the same. What time is it? Oh, it goes to here. It goes to other stuff, and that window is scrolling faster than anything. It's where all of everybody else's stuff goes. Yeah, we'll put this guy down, and then we can go back and get the placeholder that came back. Like that. A lot of times you will get... We did kill the other placeholder, so we do have an opportunity for that placeholder to spawn and named. Alright, gee whiz, let's kill this guy. There we are. They're not any harder, but sometimes they seem to take a little longer to kill. Alright, I do forget to do this round 2 here a little bit. She's got extra spells, let's see. Yeah, she casts these 4 spells here. Let's see, when she first starts, she'll cast this whirl to see if we can stun it and spin it around, which is cool, but it just doesn't seem to work. And then when we do our second set of spells, which I can't click that, she's going to stop doing things. We have this Mind Vortex, Mind Reap, Asphyxiating Grasp, and Inhibiting Helix. So it's just another slow. So she rocks those 4 out. And then Dellylah, when she first casts, she casts this Tiger Swarm, which is an AA ability. And then for her other spells, she's doing another AA, Wind of Malaise, Visionary's Unity, I forgot what that does, and then she casts a Drowsy spell and a Curse. Which the Curse makes it so when she does more spells, I think that's the, or is that the Pack of Wolves? Visionary Unity, that might be the one that makes it so she... Every time she casts a direct damage spell, we're going to get 2. It produces a little wolf to help go attack. I think. I'm not sure. Hit Flummox. There we go. Come on. There we are. Woo. She got down to 27%, so that's not cool. Oh, she's not even facing it. That's a bummer. That happens. Alright. There you go. Let's get her doing her thing. It looks like we have a head ornament, twin head, heart head ornament, which I don't have ornaments, so I don't even wear a helmet, so I won't see my ornament, and you got to pay for it. So, and if you're not using the new models, you can't see almost all of the ornaments anyway, so I don't even bother. I've tried it once, and I paid for a breastplate, but it didn't work. And that's when I found out you gotta have the new models, but I don't want to play this game with the new models. Okay, we'll get in position we should be in. Get our aggro. There we go. Cool. Dellylah and Elennora are up in their skills with their new level, so that's pretty great. I'm hoping for one named, just so we can see it. I don't care which one it is, but I'm hoping for the Djinn. Let's do our second round of stuff. Constraining coil. So that must come from something, so we're going to have to figure out what that spell is. We don't know the... I thought we knew these. Alright, so we'll have to figure that out. And I think when you're doing an AA... Hey, there's our guy again. When you do an AA, sometimes it automatically casts other spells as kind of like a side effect. And we have to get those spells in our spell book. Let's see. Yeah. So there's a couple of them we have to figure out. Well, an owl bear has spawned. I don't even know where that is. I mean, the zone isn't really huge, but I guess it's big enough. Alright, so we have to get Constraining Coil for Elennora. It's a 113, so we have to pick that up. And then we need this melee a 117 spell, which, yeah, that's last. Is it? No, this expansion here gave us that. So 117, that's what, maybe Claws of Vasheen? No, that would be probably Night of Shadows. So we'll have to run over there and pick that spell up. Got the placeholder floating around over there somewhere. And that's weird that the fire guy spawned here. We're into the air stuff. I mean, if you can see over here. Let's see. There's the air guys. That's what should have spawned here. Huh, interesting. Still haven't really figured out when and why they changed. So I've been here for like 5 hours and they've never changed. So I don't know, maybe if you, there he is. But we'll just keep working the synergies here with Bob. It's pretty much what I do. I don't cast tons of spells. I do a little bit, but I don't want to go below 75% because when the name comes, holy cow, I got to use a lot of mana. And I've been working on a new technique where I don't use any like real AA until the name gets down to 50%, and then I really start going for it. So I don't know, it seems like it helps finish it off a little better, because that's when they seem to really do some, they don't rampage that I've noticed, but they really seem to do a little bit more damage there toward the end of the fight than they do at the beginning. And these mobs, they can come in kind of heavy. But the good thing, what are we at here with Milldryd? She's at 487,000 hit points. Let's try our Dark Lord. Her Unity, it should turn it into a skeleton unless something blocks it. Something did block it. Yeah, and it doesn't really give you any more hit points, so. Scroll down here through track and make sure we don't have a Djinn, the other placeholder. Getting a lot of good trade skill items. Take this guy out. You know, try to work the placeholders, but it's also really just kind of grinding EXP every, well, let's see, it'll probably be every 6 now, and Elennora and Dellylah are going to get that extra 1% EXP that just helps add to it over the course of the evening, plus with Overseer. So you can see the placeholder there right by the tree, so we're gonna go snag him next. Sometimes I like to throw in a few extra life taps from Milldryd. Hey, and we got another, our placeholder is back, so that's cool. It's not cool that we got our placeholder, but at least we're back at the top of the rotation. Let's see. Get our thing here. These guys drop this Faded Ascending. Is that the stuff? Let me see. I've been giving it to actually Milldryd. Ah, no, here it is. This Obscured Gallant Resonance Head Armor. So that's what the name drop here. So the other stuff comes from Fire Pass Fall. We'll try to collect all that as much as we can and give it to, right now, the level 172 squad, so that they have something to grow into. Yeah, there we go. There's that extra pet with the Unity. Whenever she casts a direct damage spell, she has an opportunity to create an extra pet that will help fight alongside her. cool. Pick a single off here. Nice. This makes things a little easier. Whew, she got crushed on that one. Yeah, 26,000. No, that's her damage shield. Never mind. And these kills here for Bob and for Milldryd, I think they're almost an AA every kill, I'm pretty sure. I think sometimes they get 2. I haven't been paying attention to the horns after each kill. But we can see. We'll listen for them. Got a new, let's see, let's check it out here. Got a new raid drop cloak the other day. It is a ritual cloak of dire portents, 725 AC, 1900 HP, 1900 mana and endurance, 89 dex. So I got the couple Augs in there. It was definitely an upgrade from the top item from last expansion, so I was pretty happy about that. So, I don't normally like to get too many items. Oh, are we getting 2? I think that one just spawned and he wasn't quite paying attention yet. I don't like to try to get too many items at the beginning of an expansion. I haven't been raiding very much lately, and I just want to make sure that the people who need the items get them. You know, the people who are there more than me get some items at first, but this was going to rot, so I figured I would definitely pick it up, and once I saw that it was an upgrade. Though, and it was actually a fairly substantial upgrade too. A lot of times when you go from the top item of the last expansion to raid gear, just the raid drop items, it's really not that much, but this was quite a bit, so I'm hoping that that trend will continue and all the items will be pretty ridiculous. So that was just the back. I wouldn't, I'd like to get the shoulders, the cloak. Oh, that was a cloak. What is it? Yeah, waist, shoulders. What is that? Get the back, shoulders. I guess that. Maybe the face. So, I like to get those 4 items usually before I even put them on. And the upgrade all at once, so it makes it really seem like a huge upgrade. What have we got going on up here? Oh, thank you. Do not want 3. Let's get this guy. Is he the name? Or the placeholder? Yeah, he is. Let's get him. I'm glad your mercenaries can't grab aggro kind of the way your pet can't. They're out there buzzing around. Pull this guy back just a little bit. Get in kicking range. Thought Dellylah was standing, but I was mistaken. Usually I try to get in a position where I can see both of them. So I'll have to move them over near me. I seem to have been moving them off to the side a little bit more each time we come back here. Elennora, she needs a lot of help. She only has 4 Augs, and she's got equipment from several expansions ago. But I mean, she doesn't battle, so she doesn't really need a good shield or weapon, but it just adds to her mana pool. So that's always good to have, I think. There we are. Yep, now we can see him. Good deal. Excellent. What did it say? Oh, must for select. Okay, so yeah, that's... Didn't check the last couple kills, but that one definitely got us an AA. We have to get 75,000 AA to get our achievement, and I guess that signifies that you're max AA. So let's see where we're at right now. We are at 71,000. And we do have quite a few more to go. That is for sure. And I believe Milldryd has to get to 85,000. Where's she at? Oof. She is at 55. So let's take a look here. What is it? General? Advancement? Yeah. Scroll down. Oof. Yeah, she has to go to 85,000. She is a long way off. But we just keep grinding like this, and eventually she is going to get it. So. You know, she's going 100% to it. Just need to play a little bit more, I think. Got to keep working the collections. That's like 13,000, maybe more by now. Probably. I can't remember the last time I calculated it about, but it's probably about 15,000 AA just sitting there to do the collections. So some of the collections are kind of a pain to do because they're locked behind quests and missions, like in the Call of the Forsaken X-Pack. It's really difficult because you got to do like a mission type thing, and in the mission then you have like 3 or 4 spawn locations to pick up all of your stuff, and it's like, I don't know, I don't really care for it, so I just kind of work through like that expansion with Overseer, getting the collection. Containers, and just getting them for free. But there are quite a few out there that she can just run around and go get, which I'm probably going to have to do that here pretty soon because she needs to do her Megadeth, her Slayer achievement, and she is so far off from any of that, but it just... Ah, here we go. We got it named. Right on. Let's kill this sucker real quick. Put this down. Yeah, it took forever with Bob, and I'm not in the mood to do it again right now. Here we go. That's awesome. We got it named. I'm going to hit this with a big harm touch, and let's get the rest of the girls going. Like to use our breastplate and our epic for extra accuracy. Yep, just got to kind of watch. Milldryd kind of goes up and down. Usually she doesn't go too far down because we have both of the healer mercs keeping an eye on her. And Milldryd has her life tap stuff, so that helps. I've got to keep the dot on there, which I did not put on right at the beginning. Djinn's down to 77%. We're getting there. And once it gets to 55, then we'll go with our AA attack abilities and stuff. Now it's like we try to start off the first round, and I try to time it. You know, like with spells, I'll do my dot. Yeah, this is level 129. I know I'm talking about 10 things at once. Run the dots and everything. So as soon as it starts to go away, we have 20 seconds, and then we'll just kind of do it again. There we go. So we'll hit the dot. We'll go round 2 for these girls, and we'll go 3, 4 here. Keep that going. And when these girls sit, then I know I need to hit the next round of life taps for Milldryd. She'll be done casting all her spells by then. There we go. Alright, level 50. Here we go. We'll just get everyone doing their biz. And let's just put the sucker down. There we go. There you go. That went from 50 to 38 real quick like. Keep that dot on. I'm always worried about Milldryd's health. You never know if I screw up. So we'll get a second round of spells from Elennora and Dellylah. Cool, we're down to 16%. Alright, hopefully we'll get the Sun Shard. Milldryd needs like 20 of those. And we did not get it. That is a bummer. Got this book again, Ruminate. So let's just give that to Milldryd. She needs the boots. Give this to Elennora. The rest goes to Bob. Well, that stinks. What? It's good to see the named. Oh, while we have some AA attack abilities rolling, might as well kill some of this stuff. Go, let's put this one to sleep. There we go. Oh, and we have a guild tribute that we can turn on. Forgot about that. And Bob usually has his personal and his trophy, which does help with a little bit of extra damage, but I mean that wasn't too horrible. Milldryd was really not in danger of dying, so that makes me feel a little better. Come on, let's back up. There we are. I want to do our synergy kick. Just helps out. 58,000 points of damage every time. That's what is every 12 seconds or 13 seconds. So, and then we're definitely going to have to do some medding, or just not cast any spells for a little bit, and just kick. So we'll get that mana back, no problem. This guy just woke up. Elennora, she did not get an AA because she's 100% on regular EXP, so that's cool. Boy, sounds like Milldryd's getting crushed over there. Is she even attacking? She is not. There we go. Zolchek is. He's going ham. Let's see. Elennora, she had an item that she needed to loot, right? Yeah, that's that gallant earring clasp, so she can somehow make more cool stuff. So what does she have? She's got a couple pieces of that. There's an earring clasp and a polishing cloth, so she can do a ring as well. And the ear, so we'll see. She's got a few items, but I think those are pretty much the same level as what she already has. Let's see if we can take out this named. There we go. That's what we want. So at least we were able to snag a named on this episode. Oh, okay, let's go to the elemental because that cannot be mesmerized. And where are we at here? Teshan and single mez. And I don't think that's going to happen because... Oh, cool. Nothing attacked it yet, so that's great. Sometimes I'll get attack going a little bit too early, and we'll have two pets on. So I have to try to figure out how to make them back up and listen. Pets don't like to listen sometimes, it seems like. Hopefully we can get another name to spawn before this episode is over. Get a shot at another sun shard. Sun shaving? I always call it a shard, but it's a shaving. It seems like a daunting task every now and again when you think about it. How many you need. But if you just keep at it, eventually you're going to get them all. You know, it's just the same way with the sea glass curio. And it just... Oh, I was actually going to go and pull another creature. I totally forgot I had two of them. You know, it's disappointing because we did so much work to get all of those sea glass curios for Milldryd, and now we have to just get rid of them, and they can't go anywhere. I wish you could put the Type 5 in the older gear. You know, you could get like a newbie set of armor and put those in it. I tried that with Bob. He has his early era Ivy etched armor, and I was thinking about loading him up with all the good type 5s that I don't use anymore, and they only take type 7. So I put a bunch of them in there though, you know, just to have, kind of jazz up those pieces of equipment. But I don't know when they started adding type 5s, because everything, all the old school stuff really only has 7s. There we go, another collection piece. There's 8 pieces of the collection for this zone here, or for this type. You know, there's 4 collections per zone, but this one here has 9. Like I said 8, but 8 drop, and then there's that 9th one that I've never seen, so I had to use Overseer for the collection container, so I was able to finish it off. That's how we look in here. Well, technically we only have 1 set, because I got a bag of herbs. I only have 1 of those. Everything else, you know, we have 12 and 5, and so we need some more bag of herbs, and once we can get, you know, another 3 sets, we'll start handing them out to the rest of the girls. I like to do it all at once, and then after that it doesn't matter, I can just leave them. But so we're gonna really work to get the rest of the girls 125 and then get maxed out, and we have to really take a look at what their gear is, what their AA situation is, and just really try to finish it up and get everything maxed out, get their best gear that they can have, and just, you know, it'll really give us something to do. You know, just grinding for augs sometimes, it's fun, but you know, when you need so many of them. Is there something? Did I not loot? Let's get the other girls going. Let's figure out what's on this. Dellylah needs something? Nope. Were there two of them? I thought, oh well. Or did Elennora not loot that? I thought she did. Yeah, she did. There it is. Is this lore? It's no trade. Didn't realize there were 2. She should loot that. Get a second one. Yep, we want to loot the no trade. Alright, there we go. Make that go away. Alright, how about let's get involved here with this fight, and we'll get this thing taken care of. We got our placeholder back, which I was hoping it was going to be our named. I wish I would have been thinking further ahead and brought Milldryd along with Bob while we was doing the Megadeth. That's and there's what? Technically, there's 4 of it. There's 4 sections, but there's 3, and you get 3, 7, and 10% extra. And the other one is just the top level achievement that you've done the previous 3. Alright, let's kill this Mephit Lord one last time. And we'll just take care of that and we'll just call it a day. Milldryd's still looking good. But she really has kind of changed. She was only rocking like 200,000 hit points for a while, just a little bit over. And now she's almost at 5, which really does make a huge difference. Just have to get the rest of those Augs. Alright, well, let's hit old shared camo here, put everybody in Viz. We're just going to call that episode an episode. So that's the Laurion song. That is the Djinn and the Afridi camp, more or less. So luckily we got one. That's cool. And we're just going to be at it. So hopefully next time, we'll make another video here in a little bit, but probably not of this location. We'll have to go do something different for a little bit, and then. But this is what we're going to be doing in the background on our, pretty much on our daily situation. Just grinding this out till we're done. So I'm thinking about maybe going back to like Cobalt Scar, and maybe getting some intel Augs for Elennora, because she doesn't have anything. I think she has like 5 Augs, and that's it. She has. No, she has 4 Augs and she has crappy equipment. That's the way it is. Yeah. There's 4 Type 5 and then nothing else. So she needs to get a whole bunch as well, and she'll be better off. Plus AAs. Well, that's going to kind of be what we're going to do with these girls. So, alright, well, we'll see you next episode, and hopefully we'll be doing something fun. So we'll see you then.